everybody, it's Emerald. Alright, welcome to another episode of M Talks. And this episode is going to be the wonderful, not the sarcasm, world of, and this is gonna hurt, but abuse. It's all too common, and I'm actually recording this when my family's asleep, because this is something all of us have gone through. It hurts to talk about this, but people need to hear it. I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't think I ever will be, but it still needs to be out there, because it's not okay. And there are so many different kinds that get invalidated. People say that different kinds of abuse aren't valid just because there's no proof, per se. Like, a lot of times people can't get any prosecution because they don't have bruises on them from their abuse, because it's not physical abuse. There's so many different kinds, and I only know a few, and there's physical, verbal, sexual, and mental. And to me, mental, emotional, but to me, the worst ones in order that you can do are mental, emotional. To me, that's the worst one that you could do, because those have serious effects and they are the most easily compiled with the others. Then it's sexual, then it's verbal, and then it's physical. I say physical is probably one. It's by no means easy, but it's the easiest out of those. It's by no means easy in any case. Physical abuse, there's definitely going to be scars, there's going to be bruises, there's going to be scratches. It's going to hurt. Physically hurt. But it can heal in most cases. Mental, emotional, as well as verbal, those never ever heal, because there's no ointment to put on it, there's no bandages to put on it, there is nothing to put on it. It is raw and it is sensitive, and the more and more it gets hurt, the more and more it stays sensitive. Sexual is one that I get very, very snippy about very easily. And I'm having a really hard time talking about this, and I know that most of this video has already been me explaining how I'm feeling and everything, all the little explanations and stuttering in my own way, backtracking and freaking out already and just sighing, but I don't know how else to explain all of this. None of it is okay, and there are different resources to help, but the only way to prevent it is honestly just to get rid of all the abuse. Get rid of all the abusers. They learn it from somewhere. So get rid of the abusers so no one ever learns it again. That's the only way that you can ever really stop it. I'm going to share something very, very personal with you guys. And I'd feel more comfortable if I was less visible for this. But I personally get very, very snippy about this, especially about sexual abuse, because it's the reason why my biological father is in prison. He's done it to, I don't even want to think about how many people, and even some people that are my own age. At the time that he did them, at the time that he did it, I was 13, and so was the person that he did it to. And it's just not okay. That's the reason why he's in prison. That's the reason why he got in trouble with the law. That's the reason why he got thrown out when he was living with my mother. That's the reason for so much that happened because of him. And it scares me to think that in 3 to 5 years' time, he'll be out. He'll be out of prison in about 3 years. At most 7. And that terrifies me. Because with everything that he's done and all the pain that he's caused, not even just to the victims themselves, but to the victims' families, because the victim has changed. To me, he deserves to be locked up for so much longer. Physical abuse is not okay either, because that can leave permanent damage. That can leave permanent physical damage. And it actually happened to my mother not too many years ago. At most, it was 10 years ago that it happened. At most. And she has a scar from the stitches she had to get right in her eyebrow. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to you guys. It's just not okay. There are a bunch of ways to recognize an abuser, and I'm going to have a fly on for this, so that way you all can see what I'm doing. But there are so many different ways to recognize an abuser, but most of them you don't see right away. This is going to take a minute. Alright, so I've gotten up one source. It's called A Voice for the Innocent. And these are quite a few of the signs of an abusive relationship. One of them is they want to isolate you from friends and family. And that is a very, very big one. One of the ways that this happens is that they will constantly be asking, please message me, text me, please come hang out. This is going down. I need someone here. No, I need you. That's what they do. Another thing is oftentimes they will insult or belittle you even if they're joking. And that's also very true. Punishment is very, very common, and it's normally something like they'll ignore you, they'll go silent. If it's physical, they'll hurt you, stuff like that. And they're extremely manipulative. Don't underestimate these people. They are more manipulative than you think. One of my favorite YouTubers, it was discussing her story about this. I believe it was Illuminations or something like that, but she was talking about her abusive ex, and I love her as a YouTuber. She is very kind, very adorable, and I'm I'm very proud of her for sharing the story that she has. But I wish that others would be able to share their story like she is. And she is actually able to represent this topic a lot better. I just wanted to show my side. And I don't care if you're male, female, gay, straight, I don't care. I don't care if you're young or old or whatever. Abuse is not okay. If you are abusing someone, you need to cut that out. It's not cool. It's not okay. And if I find out that any one of my friends, I don't care if it's any of my friends or my family, if any of them are an abuser, they're getting cut out of my life. Flat out. I don't like abusers. They are out of my life. If you are being abused, please come talk to me. Find a way to talk to me. I will always be there. It's not okay. I will be there just if you need someone to talk to. I'm not going to tell you what to do unless you want me to. I'm not going to tell you how it's supposed to go or anything. I'm just going to be there to talk to you and support you. Because the more and more people try to get a victim out of an abusive relationship, the more it ends bad for them. That's something I know all too well. Sometimes the abuse is very, very underhanded and you don't even know about it. And sometimes people can not even know that they're doing it. It's a scary thing, but sometimes it's true. I'm pretty sure my ex didn't even realize it, but he was doing it to me. Anytime I was going somewhere, I had to check with him, make sure it was okay, because I was worried that something was going to happen. He was unstable, and I was always worried about him. I always worried that he would do something to himself or to other people. And there was one time where he got really mad, and he got really mad at his best friend, and for just a split second, with his yelling, I almost believed he was going to attack his best friend. He was unstable, he was unhealthy, and it wasn't even Stockholm Syndrome that kept me with him for almost a year. I left him because the only thing that I hated more than what he was doing to me at the time was what he did to my brother and my best friend. Because he cheated on me with them. He made them believe that he and I had broken up. That wasn't okay. He used my favorite. He used my brother. He used my best friend. That was why I actually got the courage to leave him. And I thought that I would never see him again, so I didn't really care how that went, but I broke up with him. And I didn't even have the courage to do it in person, or even over a call. There's this website that I used to be on all the time called quotev.com. And I actually, we were on there, and I had told him that I was breaking up with him. But it was so underhanded, and it was so subtle about how he was doing it. I don't even think he knew he was doing it. But I can't really trust anyone anymore. It took me a year to trust Demon King IX with anything. I didn't trust him with seeing me in anything less than a tank top, a shirt, a sweater, pants, leggings, and shoes and socks. All of that. I had to be wearing all of that just to feel like I was somewhat safe. If he sounded like he, because of my ex, if Demon sounded like he was yelling, I hid many times. I just hid. Those are some of the effects that abuse can have. You won't notice them at first, but you'll see them. And anyone you're with afterwards will definitely see them. And they'll try their best to stop. All I can say is, if you ever need someone, just let me know. Okay? Abuse is not okay. I don't care what kind it is. No matter what kind it is, you need to do at least something to report it. Even if it's just filing an official report to say this person has been verbally, sexually, mentally, emotionally, physically abusing me. Just to get it out of the way. Also, quick little tip. If they don't message you, try to get a voice recorder. Or a camera. I know these things way too long. But goodbye, my little gems. Stay safe. I love you all.